Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. I'm Roman and I'm incredible excited to have you all here with us today. As you know from the title, our goal today is to talk about the peak performance without unnecessary bullshit. We want to cut through the fluff and go and look into the actual exact feed campaign strategies that MAIRA team uses daily to drive massive success to their clients, and we will be covering everything from the DSA and meta strategies to deep data enrichment. We have a packed agenda to you. And the first, Filip will deep dive into meta and the feed image editor. Then Anton is going to break down to automated search campaigns, and followed by a real world case study from Adam. And finally, I'll step back and alongside Filip to guide you through product analytics and what coming next. Before we finish, there will be a Q&A session. So please leave your questions in the chat, and we will get back to them at the end of today's webinar. But first, let me introduce you MAIRA. MAIRA is a PPC agency from Czech Republic, managing performance marketing of customers all over the globe. Some of their customers you can see on the screen at this moment. So you can see that it's a wide variation of different customers, and they're managing their performance marketing campaigns. For those who don't know us, Dotidot is a marketing automation platform designed to help e-commerce businesses efficiently scale their performance campaigns and optimize their product feeds to the full potential. Thank you so much for the time you will invest into us today, and let's not waste any time more, and let's jump straight into this. Filip, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm Filip, and I'm a social media performance specialist at MAIRA, and I will be walking you through today's topic of meta and feed image editor. First and foremost, let's start with what you actually need to even begin to work on meta and Dotidot. If you are a person from an agency, you will need admin accesses to your client's business manager. And once you have those, you will just go to Dotidot, and in the organization settings, you will connect your ad account, business, and pages. All of that will take you just a couple of minutes. And once you do that, you are pretty much set up. The only one more thing you will need to do is to upload your products with your data feed, which you will do in data sources. And again, this will take you just a few minutes to upload the products. Once you have that, you have everything you need to start working with the feed image editor. Once you get into it, you will know that you can create your own custom templates, or you can use one of the over 70 ready-to-use templates, which are already built into the Dotidot platform in the feed image editor. There is a multiple of choices for the most relevant discount events through the year, such as Black Friday, Christmas, or more probably relevant right now, there is a summer templates and back to school for a couple of months. But I strongly suggest, and I assume everyone will focus mostly on creating their own custom templates. Let's move on. Once you start working on your custom templates, you will come across elements which you can use to build your template, such as text fields with the option of custom fonts. If you have your own fonts in your brand manual, you can just import those. You can upload images for your own assets, feed image to insert products from the feed you uploaded. and circle and rectangle shapes to build custom events such as buttons, etc. Some best practice from our side. First, create a banner with your graphic designer and create a final version of what you want your template to look like. And then you can just export layers and import them separately through the upload image option. With that, you will create the banner exactly for the template, which you will use for each product and everything you will want to. It's more efficient and it's also better probably since you can use the circle and rectangle shapes, but with the banner made before you even start, you will get it pixel perfect copy. Also, if you think about product segmentations, for example, you create a template and you will have an option of segmentation of your products in the feed image element. I suggest not to do that in the template because you will be able to do these segmentations in your data sources with product sets or even in the campaign setups. So if you do it in the template, you could run into some limitations then during the campaign setups. Now, let's start what our templates look like. This is an example of our client HelloComp. The feed image editor allows us to connect the brand with the product more than we are ever able in the Meta Ads Manager. We have a simple template with basic branding created out of a banner made by client's graphic designer, while the product image and the prices are all pulled dynamically from the feed. The feed image editor also elevates our ads across stories and Reels placements. On the left, you can see what Meta usually does with products in ads in these placements. On the right, you can see how the catalog ad looks with the branded template applied. The result is significantly improved visibility, obviously, and design quality compared to the plain catalog ads that just show raw product photos. Most of the time, even if you have some dynamic labels used in the ad setup, once you see the ad in stories and Reels placements, they are not really there. Well, let's move on. The feed image editor also, also opens up new communication possibilities. You are no longer limited to showing just the product image and price, but as you can see from these examples, brands are adding discount badges, sale flags, and custom promotional copy directly on top of the product images. We could argue that you could already do that with some custom borders you can upload into Meta, but there is just more you can do with the feed image editor. And now let's just go for a use case again from HelloComp. Our issue here was that the campaign results were delivered on this client's account mostly through PC built videos, and catalog ads didn't really perform as well, which obviously video is the strongest format for over the last years. But there were some inconsistencies in the catalog ads, and there were a lot of categories which we wanted to promote, but they didn't perform at all, or we saw a potential that the performance could be improved. Which is why we, excuse me, which is why we tested feed image editor on and chose 3 categories of products, 2 of which performed average, and third one which didn't perform well at all. The two average categories were graphics cards and laptops, and the one that didn't really perform before was mobile phones and tablets. Average ROAS, just for the context, on these cataloged ads, if we talk about the 7-day click attribution without a view through, was around 10. With the phones and tablets, that wasn't even close. They didn't perform at all. So we tested them for a week with a feed image editor, and the results were more than satisfying for the first run. The test lasted or ran for a week, and here are the data. We have a 7-day click and 7-day click with 1-day view. We will focus here mostly on the 7-day click attribution, which is on the right side of the slide. The spend was around 1,000 euros for a week, which isn't really that much, but we managed to get quite a lot, enough data to actually push further and make some hypotheses for the next runs. The 7-day click window, which is the more conservative, shows ROAS over 16, which is some improvement already after a week. For further context, we have to consider the fact that we are comparing this new campaign in learning phase against a long-term campaign which already finished its learning phase and was supposed to be much more efficient. So here it's mostly about the creative and the capacity of the Dotidot templates is yet to be seen. ROS 16 itself is over 50% improvement, and if we look into the categories itself, the graphics cards went to ROS 25, notebooks to 21, and the phones and tablets went to 8.5, which might look moderate, but we have to consider the fact that this was actually the very first creative format which actually started delivering results on this category with stable performance. And this was the first sign for us that we can also start implementing and testing new categories that didn't actually perform before, and we can elevate our performance on catalog ads with Dotidot feed image editor. That's it for now on the meta. So quickly to recap what we covered today on the meta side, Dotidot gives you a straightforward way to connect your meta assets and bring your product feed in. The feed image editor lets you build branded creatives that go well beyond what standard catalog ads can do in meta across multiple placements. And as the HelloComb results show, when you combine a strong creative setup with the right campaign structure, the performance impact is there. A 50% improved ROAS over the account baseline, and the breakthrough for categories that previously couldn't be run profitably on a meta at all. If you have any questions on the meta setup or the feed image editors, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll be monitoring it throughout the webinar, and we will address them later. For now, I'll hand it over to my colleague Anton. So, thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. It's nice to have you all here. Today I will show you how I create automated search campaigns on a category level, and how Dotidot helps me to manage it and keep it up to date for dozens to hundreds of categories. So the foundation of this strategy is simple framework. You basically have one category per one ad group. And before we start, let's see what we actually need. First, you need to make sure your website is ready to build a URL that follows any predictable logic, because this is what actually allows us to automate. And second, we will need a product feed, and you will need a category in some dedicated attribute. But this is not usually a problem. Here is a real example from my client, how he has it. If you look on the top part, you can see the URL and category path from the website that just copies it. And the same applies to the product feed. We basically have everything stored in element product type, which is used for Google. And this is what we are going to work with. Okay, so the core logic of this setup is that we take variable content from product type and kind of clean it up to generate a product type element. Then we add our domain and we get an URL. And as per keywords, we basically just extract the final most relevant part, but we will look into edit into more detail. Here I will show you data preview. It means what we are going to build today. Please pay attention to the first two elements, because this is what we are going to need. So your keywords in the first column and your URL in the second column. Again, to make it crystal clear, we will use a product type element as a source. Well, okay, let's go ahead and build it. First, we need to create an empty variable. We go ahead to data sources, to variables, and use text variable. In the first text variable, we basically build a foundation for your URL. We don't have a domain there, but we use product type as an input. You can see the you can see it on the top with the red color in it, and we remove diacritics, spaces, and other things. This is what works for me. I use regular expressions. You don't have to be able to write regular expressions yourself. Feel free to use any AI platform assistant that you are used to. And basically, this is it. We have URL. I mean the foundation for URL. Then we just create another variable, and all we do is add your domain at the beginning. So pretty easy. And once we have our URL, we go ahead and simply extract the final subcategory from your category from your product type. Again, with a regular expression. Well, now that we have all elements that we need, we need to create a category feed, because so far we worked with a product feed, but we go to the data sources again, create a new export, name it as you wish, and here is what is going to look like. I already showed it on the previous slides. And after we import this URL, this CSV URL as a new source, please notice the difference here. We went from a massive product feed to a very clean category feed. Yes, so we basically removed any duplicities on a product level. Okay, so now that we have our category feed ready, let's go ahead and create your first campaign. In campaign setup, you can use just created dynamic variable to name every single ad group. We will name it after our keyword. Then in each ad group, we create a keyword generator. I personally use phrase match and exact match, but feel free to tailor it to your needs. And finally, we create an ad. We use an URL from our dynamic variable, and we pull. Feel free to also pull some variables into your headlines or descriptions, as on this screen. Basically, we just want to reach some ad relevance. Good. So basically, you have your campaign ready. Here you can see some examples. The most important thing is that we basically cover all the categories on our website. But if I compare it to the previous manual structure, we managed to reach higher revenue with a little bit better return on ad spend. Well, but what if I tell you that you can move these campaigns even on a next level? First, I'm going to give you some background. In MAIRA, my colleague Tomáš Urbi created such a correlation dashboards where we can see how the weather can, what influence can have weather on your performance. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that here is no revenue curve, but basically this is what we work with when we analyze weather. What I do with this, when I have this insight, I create and activate a campaign to boost my performance. So one more campaign on top when the weather is good, because I saw from the data that it works for the client. How we can do it? Very easily, we basically go to, right now we are in the category feed, and we go to data enrichment and create a new weather source. You can see here on the right side, you can choose date ranges, you can choose columns, metrics that are suitable for you, also the city and so on. Here is more detail on how we can configure this module. Crucially, I select both today and tomorrow to build a more stable trend prediction. Also, I work with weather forecast, temperature, cloudiness, and rain in millimeters. All right. And once we have those informations that you can see on the right side in our feed, we basically go ahead and create a rule to to put a flag into some variable when the weather is good or bad. It depends on your case, but also make sure you create a variable before this weather bidding variable. Okay, so what we are going to do with this? Here is also here is some conditions I use, and on the bottom side of this slide, you can see the weather bidding column. So when I have boost there, when I fill it with boost, basically a new high priority campaign activates, and we are ready to support the traffic. Also, here is some note. I use this only on top categories. So you can go to the product selection layer in your new campaign setup and set the conditions just as you like. Well, the results, I think it speaks for itself. We managed to reach higher revenue on our boosted segment, and ROAS was a little bit better than before. Okay, thank you. That's all from my side. Now my colleague will continue.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Adam. Today I'd like to share with you a case study from one of our clients, which is Gigacomputer. Let's me start by introducing who they are. Gigacomputer is a seller of refurbished laptops, PCs, and cell phones. They operate in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, and within a few months in Hungary as well. They use Dotidot campaigns to help customers to find specific product models they are looking for, which is over 5,000 products in their feed, with an average about 2,000 products in stock at any given time. Before I started managing this client, there was still the old campaign setup from the original PPCB, which was the Czech version before it became Dotidot. What was the problem with it? There were three main issues. First, each active product had its own ad group. Imagine managing thousands of separate ad groups. That's a lot of work and makes optimization very difficult. Second, a single model can have multiple configurations and prices. For example, one laptop model might come with different memory sizes or storage options, each with a different price. And third, because of the setup, the ad didn't always show the lowest available price. This means customers might see a higher price in the ad, even though a cheaper option exists, which could hurt click-through rates and conversions. So how did we solve this? We implemented a three-step solution. Step one, we grouped the feed by title. So a model with multiple configurations had only one representative in the feed. This reduced the number of items from over 2,000 products down to just 800 groups, which makes management much easier. Step two, we created aggregated variables like price minimum or discount maximum, very simple by comparing price and sell price elements. This means for each product group, we can automatically find the best value across all configurations. And step three, now for each model, we communicate the lowest available price or the highest discount in the ad. This ensures customers always see the most attractive offer, which improves performance. Let me show you quickly how this looks in practice. Here you can see the setup in Dotidot. We have our data source grouped by title with 880 products instead of almost 2,000 products ungrouped. Then we create headlines variants first. We use title 4 words and title 3 words. These are headlines created from the first 4 or 3 words of the product title, which gives us the model name, expanded, for example, with the word cheapest or something similar. This ensures the ad clearly shows which product model we are advertising. Next, we add dynamic price information. We create headlines using the aggregated minimum price variable. For example, now from 799K or so, this way customers immediately see the best price we can offer for the model. Okay, where am I? As you can see, we also use discount-based headlines. We only apply them to filtered products whose maximum discount is greater than 5%, because advertising, let's say 3% discount wouldn't be really sexy. Here we communicate headlines like now with 10% discount or similar, using those aggregated maximum discount values we created. The system takes care of everything automatically, finding the lowest prices, highest discounts, and updating the ads accordingly. Okay, maybe, yeah. Now we can see this was the version with the prices. This is the version with the discounts. Maybe I didn't skip the slide. And now for the results, which speak for themselves, I would say. After we changed the original setup for the new one, we achieved a 103 year-over-year increase conversion rate. That means the more than double the conversions compared to before. Return on ad spend increased by 114 year-over-year. So for every dollar spent, we are getting back more than twice as much as before. And most importantly, revenue increased by 124% year-over-year. That's more than double the revenue from the advertising campaigns. As you can see in the graph, after implementing these changes, the performance improves significantly and remains stable over time. So this case shows how smart feed management and dynamic content can make a huge difference in campaign results, even with a large and complex product catalog. That's all from my side for now. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat. And now I'll hand over to my colleague, Filip, number 2.
Okay, thank you, Adam. And all right, let's move on to the part I'm really excited about, and that's product analytics. So far, my colleagues showed you how to build campaigns and create great visuals, but there's one question every advertiser eventually asks. Is my budget actually going to do right products? And that's product analytics that's exactly helps you answer. Product analytics is built around 3 simple goals. Spot budget waste. You will see exactly which products are draining your budget without bringing results. Scale smarter. Instead of guessing, you will now know where to add budget, what to test, and how to minimize risk. And finally, unlock hidden potential. Most e-shops have hundreds or thousands of products that never get a real chance. And Dotidot helps you find the ones that deserve more visibility. Let me quickly walk you through what this actually means in practice. You get clear product insights, one place where you instantly see where your budget goes, which products underperform, and which one drives your revenue. You get smarter budget allocation, clear recommendation on where to invest, where to cut, and where to completely stop spending. And everything is actionable. It's not just numbers on dashboard. You get directly steps you can take today to improve your ROI. And finally, you can choose your own view, adjust the preset values, and instantly see how each product performs against your specific targets. Now, before I show you the tool itself, I want to share a few patterns I see across almost every client we work with in Dotidot, and I'm pretty sure you will recognize at least one of them in your own account. First one is spend concentration. Most of clients spend 80% of their budget on just 15% of their products, and that's a huge risk if any of these top products go out of stock or simply stop performing, and your whole account takes a big hit. Next one are losers. Every account has products with very low ROAS that are quietly eating into your profits. And the question is, do you actually know which one these are? And next to them are underperformers. Many brands waste up to 30% of their budget on products that simply don't deliver. And that money could be reinvested into what works or used to test new products. And finally, non-promoted products. And here, over 60% of products in typical feed get little to no budget, and their potential is never even tested. And these are your future star if you give them a chance. So where do you actually find this in Dotidot? And it's right here in the main left menu, Product Analytics. One click and you're in. When you open it, you will create a new report in 3 simple steps. Step 1, select your data source. Pick the product feed you want to analyze. Step 2, connect your ad platform. Right now, Dotidot supports Google Ads and Meta, and you will see only catalog-based valid data like shopping, PMax, or Advantage Plus. And step 3, name your report, and that's it. The setup takes less than a minute. Once your report is ready, the first thing you see is your product catalog overview. You get 3 key numbers right away. Total products in your feed. In this example, 541. Promoted products, these are the ones actually getting impressions, and inactive products. Products with 0 spent, in this case, 36% of the catalog isn't being promoted at all. Now, the real magic happens in these product segments. Every product in your feed is automatically sorted into one of these categories: losers, underperformers, budget spenders, active products, and inactive products. And let me show you one example: underperformers. These are products that have received enough testing, more than 10 clicks, for example, but still fail to hit your minimum target. And look at this key alert. 38,000 Czech crowns of the total budget has been spent on products generating only 126% ROAS. And that's money you can reallocate immediately to better performing products. And this is just one segment. Every segment gives you a similar story. A clear alert, what is wrong, an exact amount, and an action you can take within Dotidot. Now let me walk you through a real example from one of our accounts. And when we first ran product analytics on this client, we saw 4 major red flags. 14,000 Czech crowns going into products which was below 100%, meaning we were literally losing money on every sale. 42,000 Czech crowns on products with very low ROAS, and only 20% of promoted products had more than 10 clicks, but consumed 85% of the budget. So question was, how do we fix this? And the solution was to segment products based on their real performance, not just by category, but by how they actually behave in our ads. And we're using data enrichments in Dotidot. We create performance-based segments, product with 0 ROAS, high ROAS, mid ROAS, and products with low data, products that haven't been tested enough, and we want to give them a chance. And each product is automatically placed into one of these groups, and the segmentation updates as performance changes in campaigns. Once we had the segments, we built a campaign structure around them. 1 campaign, 4 ad sets. Each ad set targets a different segment, as I said before: mid performers, 0 ROAS, low data, high performance. And each ad set gets its own budget and its own performance goal. And this way we control exactly how much money flows into each performance group, instead of letting the algorithm randomly favor a few top products. And here the result of just the first optimization step. Before, only 63% of products were being promoted and 36 were completely inactive with 0 spent. But after applying the new segmentation and structure in Meta, the 94% of products are now promoted and only 5% remain inactive. That means that we gave hundreds of products a real chance to perform, and we discovered new winners we never would have found otherwise. And let me show you the before and after performance slides. And this is the starting point. First, which we 4 major alerts in red in product analytics. Money lost on low ROAS products, very few truly active products, and high spend concentration. All 4 problems were visible the moment we opened product analytics for the first time. And insights were right there on the front page. And this is after 1 month of working with product analytics. Look at the difference. Most of the red alerts are gone, or the remaining issues moved from critical to potential concerns, or even notable observation. And where we're losing money before, as I said, 14,000 Czech crowns is now down to 3,300. And that's a 76% reduction in just 1 month. And the product portfolio is better, the budget is more efficient, and we have clear visibility into what's still worth optimizing. And the final numbers speak for themselves, because plus 48% more products promoted. We activated a huge part of the catalog that was sitting idle, plus 83% higher average ROAS. So the budget is now working much better. And finally, plus 42% more conversions, meaning that's a real revenue growth and not just some better ratios in the system. And all of this from one tool, 1 month of optimization, and the structure approach to product level data. And the best part in this is just the current version of product analytics. And I will now hand it over to Roman, who will show you what's coming next.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Filip, for using use cases and the study about around product analytics. Let me maybe start when I make a small step back. And the reason why at Dotidot we created the product analytics was as a result for a question from our customers when they were approaching us and asking, how can we improve the performance? How can we scale PMAXs? How can we scale Advantage Plus or DPA campaigns? Because the cost per click is getting more and more expensive every single year. During the season, it always skyrockets, but usually the CEOs, the CMOs of the companies are always expecting better and better results, more and more revenue every single year. So we were thinking, like, what can we do differently? And we did a couple of analysis, and we actually looked inside what is happening inside the PMAXs, what is happening inside the DPAs and Advantage Plus campaigns, and we noticed that there's actually a lot of waste. Then we kind of launched the first version of the product analytics that is available at this moment. We launched it in November last year, and since then we see that our customers created more than 400 reports already, and we're trying to build this solution together with our customers, because we believe that we are not the smartest person in the room. We don't want to play this person, and that's why we are asking a lot of feedback. So we already had more than 40 feedback sessions with our customers, and we gathered a lot of feedback, and we're trying to improve the solution every single month. During the last 3 months, we managed not only to publish a study providing some benchmarks and findings across 88 different accounts in Europe and the US, but we also published 3 case studies that are kind of showing the power of product analytics and performance, kind of segmentation of your campaigns instead of segmentation based on just category. So we can see that it's something that it's important. It's trending. It's a kind of an answer to your question, how you can scale, how you can grow efficiently, and how to basically improve the results and understand a little bit more. So I'm really happy that I can tell you that from next week we are launching new version of product analytics that will be showing a daily data, because at this moment the product analytics are showing kind of a fixed 30-day window, but from starting next week we are releasing this new version that will be providing data information about the performance of every single of your product in Google or on Facebook, and you will be able to see how it performed on the different days. So not only from a fixed 30-day window, but you will be able to choose one of the pre-selected, predefined windows. So last 7 days, last 30 days, this month, last month, or you can choose a custom date range. So for example, if you want to evaluate some of your promotion, some of your special campaign that was running from them, for example, from Tuesday till Friday, you can just pick those days and you will see the performance of every single product. The good news it's that the 30-day window stays, and it's gonna be basically free for every single customer of Dotidot. This is something that's never gonna change. And if you need to evaluate maybe last season, if you need to evaluate some longer campaigns or prepare for QBR, etc., then you can contact us, and we can enable you a longer window starting from 90 days, 180, or the whole year. So you can do also year-over-year comparisons. So what is gonna be different? It's as Filip mentioned, the product, the performance insight still gonna show you basically how much, what is the efficiency of the algorithm, of what is the efficiency of the black box that's PMax or Advantage Plus usually is. So it's gonna show you not only how much money you are losing on products that are generating nothing, but also how much money you basically spending with like low efficiency. But also it's gonna show you now how is it, what's the progress comparing to previous period. So you can see whether the changes you've implemented, whether it's having a positive impact, whether the money you are wasting or investing with low efficiency are decreasing, or if it's still growing. You're gonna also see where is the hidden potential, right? You're gonna also see how many products you are actually promoting and how many products, or like how much money is going to just a fraction of your catalog. This information might be interesting for not only people sitting in the management, in the marketing, but also I believe that this information is really important for people from the sales, the category managers, or people responsible for the products, because if the products are on stock, so why the hell are you not promoting them? So why am I promoting only 14% of my portfolio and what's about the remaining 80% of the products? They're just sitting on the warehouse shelf and eating up my margin. I don't like that. Please make sure that we are promoting as many products as possible. Because we will be now showing you data on daily basis, basically daily data, you will be also able to see in a simple way what are the basically revenue movers, which products are gaining more money week over week, and which are basically generating less money. So you can easily spot what is behind the performance change of your campaigns. Because of the daily data, you will be able to compare basically the campaign performance. You can see the curved chart here with the product level information, because these two charts should be aligned. So if you see a drop, a sudden drop in the performance in the campaign, you will see the same thing. It will be reflected also in the product analytics. So you will be able to go and investigate from a different perspective what happened. Is it just because some other competitor launched their campaigns, or is it because some of my top performers stopped performing? Are they sold out, or what happened? And what you can use is you can use this table with the budget, with the revenue movers. So you will spot. So you select that time range, and you will spot which products are kind of like lost the performance and which products gained the performance. But if you have negative results, then probably you will be more interested to see the right-hand side of the table with the red numbers. And you can also easily see basically the revenue, the difference. So you can see the microphone from DJI has dropped like 800 euros in revenue week over week. So that's probably one of the reason why your performance dropped. I would love to also like show you kind of like two ways how in Dotidot we are using the product analytics. First is that when we start with the customer, we want to make sure that we fix the performance, right? We minimize the waste, so we can maximize the efficiency. So when you start, you can see something like this, that a lot of money is being wasted. So 22% goes into drain. So what we do, we usually propose a new campaign structure, and the campaign structure doesn't have to be completely different. We just go and tell the customer, look, just make sure that in your main campaigns you have only good products. What is good, you can define for every single campaign separately, for every single category separately. And then take the poor products, because you still want to promote all of it, take it and move it in a separate campaign, so you can control how much money goes in the poor products. And the fact that they are poor at this moment doesn't mean that they will stay poor forever. They might be the new trend, a new season, anything, and they will gain the performance and they will go back to your good products. When we implement this with this customer, in 30 days, we noticed that the waste actually decreased by 23%. And because there was some money that was saved, it was reallocated from poor products to good products, and that drove went to 18% higher ROAS in only one month. Maybe this is not such a huge volumes, but from the free case studies available on our website, you can see that this is replicable at any scale. The second thing, once you fix the performance, you can start scaling, because it is really dangerous for a e-commerce, for a retailer to be promoting such a small amount of products. Only 12% of products. That's risky, because what happened if you sold out the best performing products, or what happened when the season is changing? You will experience drop in your performance. That's why it is important to make sure that this number is increasing and it's growing all the time. So what you can do here, you can create your zombies campaigns, and you can create campaign for your new arrivals. The campaign for the new arrivals, I would say, it's really important. Because these products are the products with your highest margin. So these products are priced before you put any discount on them. So make sure that they are promoted, make sure that they are visible, and that you saw as many as possible of them in the first 2 weeks. So we did something like this with our customer, and what we noticed after 15 days, that yay, we increased the performance, we increased the number of promoted products by 5 incredible %. But that's not good enough. So we noticed that, okay, it doesn't always have to work out the first time or the first solution. So we decided that one zombie is not enough, and we segmented even the zombies campaign. So we segmented by category, or we can segment it by identify a hidden potential. You can use Google Analytics data, you can use CRM data, you can use any type of data you have to identify what is potential like a successful zombie. Once we implement in this, then in another 15 days, we noticed that the number increased much more. And this was actually, if you compare it, here was 1,100, here is 1,200. So it was another 150 more products. It was about 25% increment in an additional 15 days. So you can see that it's not always about that you look into in the product analytics, you see what's happening, you see where you're wasting, you see that you are promoting few products, you create new structure, and that's it. No, you should always come back. You should always go back to the product analytics, and after 2 or 3 weeks, take a look. Does the new strategy perform? Is it really doing what we were expecting? Yes or no? If not, then you can move it forward, and you can make some adjustments. Because we are in a rush, then I will just quickly tell you also that you can use it also not only on a product level, but you can create grouped reports for product groups, for your categories, for brands, margins, basically anything you have in your feed, you can use for grouping and have a different view on your product portfolio. You can also not only create it for the all products, but you can maybe just select key categories. You can select, you can create different reports for different vendors. You can create a report for a specific campaigns, brand, non-brand, etc. So it really gives you a nice way of looking on your campaigns, on your performance. And now what is coming? I already told you that we are launching this daily data next week, but we already have a our roadmap is already full of your feedbacks. So we will be implementing advanced filtering. That means that you can connect any data info, that you will be able to connect additional data about the products, price, category, Google Analytics data, and filter based on this. So you will be able to select just some smaller segments of the products. We will implement also campaign-based view, so you can easily see where your products are promoted. We will implement notifications, so you will be notified. You will, if there is a sudden performance drop from a product perspective, if some of the popular products are suddenly out of stock, or if there are some new opportunities. And the last thing that we are already implementing is AI assistant. At this moment, it's going to be simple chatbot that you can ask anything or any questions about the insights over the product performance, and it will give you a quick insights over basically from the data you connect. It will run through it and it will give you quick answers. So you can again use it to spot opportunities. You can use it to spot potential risks and also make some adjustment in your campaigns. So that was all from our side, and now it's time for your questions. So I saw one question from Peter about the search campaigns. The question is like, what happens if you have a variable that is longer than 30 characters? So if you create the name, take the name of the laptop and put the cheapest, if it's longer than 30 characters, what happens? I think Adam can answer that. And you muted.
Okay, I already did in the chat, so it's a question if I should repeat it or everyone just read it in the chat. Okay,
Yes.
I can sum it up. Dotidot automatically, or you can push the button or push the button on, shorten button that automatically shorten every headline or description to fit the maximum characters just by leaving some words out. So it can be number of the model or anything. So no worries that the ad would be disapproved. The solution is just push the shorten button.
Nice. Thank you, Adam. Is there any other questions? If not, then we are right on time. We used the whole hour, and I just want to say again, thank you everybody who joined, and thank you the MAIRA team. Incredible presentations, great and detailed solution described. And yeah, everybody have a great day, have a great afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.